If you have a Shih Tzu at home, you know exactly what it's like to be woken up by them even before the alarm clock goes off. But have you ever stopped to think about why this happens? Could it be hunger? Affection? Anxiety? Or maybe your Shih Tzu has a deeper, even emotional reason for wanting to wake you up so early? In this video, you'll discover the real reason behind this very common habit. And believe me, it might surprise you. We've gathered real stories from Shih Tzu owners who experience this every single day and brought practical, straightforward explanations that will completely change the way you see this behavior. So go ahead and hit the like button now, because this content is made especially for those who love to understand canine behavior. Subscribe to the channel too, because here we always reveal truths that nobody talks about when it comes to daily life with a Shih Tzu. And stay until the end, because in addition to a special surprise, you'll learn how to use this early morning routine to your advantage, improving both your bond and your dog's obedience. Expect practical tips, real solutions, and most of all, relatable stories that feel like they were taken straight from your life. This is the kind of video that feels like it was made based on your dog. And if you've ever experienced being woken up by a cold nose, a persistent lick, or a polite bark before 7 a.m., this video will speak directly to you. Ready to uncover the truth? Hit play and find out why your Shih Tzu loves waking you up like the cutest, most insistent alarm clock in the world. You might set your alarm for 7 a.m., but your Shih Tzu will probably wake you up by 6:15, at the latest. And do you know why? Because their internal clock runs with near-military precision. Many owners report that their Shih Tzus wake up at exactly the same time every day, as if they somehow know the exact moment to rise. A very common story found in Shih Tzu groups on Facebook and Reddit goes like this. Every day at 5:45 a.m., he's already standing next to the bed, waiting for me to move so he can start calling me. And we're not talking about something random. Dogs, especially Shih Tzus, create such consistent eating routines that they can feel the exact mealtime, even without a clock. This triggers alert behavior in them. I need to wake my human because it's time to eat. A curious detail is that even if you sleep in on the weekend, they'll still wake you the same way. That's because for them, the day has started, and so has their hunger. This behavior is reinforced when the owner, even affectionately, gets up to feed them. And just like that, the dog's brain links waking the human with getting food. A practical solution is to schedule dinner a bit earlier or use an automatic feeder with a timer. This helps your Shih Tzu stop seeing you as their alarm clock. But the most important thing is to understand that this habit is natural. It's not disrespectful. Your dog is simply reminding you that their day has already started and their tummy is in full gear. So, what about you? Will you let them run your morning, or will you adjust this routine intelligently? Even after spending the whole night sleeping next to you or in the same room, your Shih Tzu might wake up acting desperate for attention. And it's not an exaggeration. Many owners say that as soon as they open their eyes, their dogs are right there, ready to lick, jump, or even whimper softly. One story shared in a Shih Tzu WhatsApp group said, "My Shih Tzu wakes up, jumps on the bed, and licks my face like he hasn't seen me in days." This happens because the breed has a high level of emotional attachment. And here's a factor that's often ignored: separation anxiety. Even if you're just a few feet away, sleeping, for a Shih Tzu that time without interaction already triggers an alert. The silence of the night and the lack of physical contact make them feel the need to reconnect as soon as they wake up. It's almost like they have to make sure you're still there, that you didn't leave, that you're still part of the pack. This emotional reconnection trigger is so strong that many owners describe it as a morning love ritual. But if this behavior is bothering you, the solution is simple and centers around emotional security. Reinforce your presence before bedtime with calm petting, gentle touches, and soothing words. Teaching commands like wait or stay can also help reduce their urgency in the morning. And avoid reacting too much when you wake up. This reduces the reinforcement of the behavior. Remember, your Shih Tzu doesn't just want to wake you up, they want to reconnect with the one they love most in the world. Once you understand that, everything changes. Impatience turns into empathy, and the morning begins in a much calmer, more compassionate way. You might think your Shih Tzu is too small to worry about security, but many owners are surprised by their dog's patrol-like behavior in the morning. Some say their dog does a full round around the house before asking for food or affection. One owner wrote in a forum, He leaves the bedroom, does a quick lap through the kitchen and living room, then comes back barking softly, like he's giving me a report. This kind of behavior is a direct reflection of their ancestral guarding instinct, which, even in a breed designed to be royal companions, still lingers to a small degree. A Shih Tzu is not a guard dog, but it is an excellent, alert dog. They feel that part of the responsibility for the household rests on their little paws. And when they wake up, their first mission is to make sure everything is okay. Many times, they come back to wake you as if to say, "Everything's fine, now we can start the day." This behavior is often reinforced over time, especially if the owner responds with praise or laughter. That sense of duty fulfilled makes the Shih Tzu feel even more confident they're doing the right thing. If you want to channel this energy in a calmer way, a practical tip is to create a small morning check ritual with your dog. Open the door, walk together through a few rooms, and only then begin the day. This reduces their anxiety and makes them feel useful, something they clearly value. Your Shih Tzu doesn't wake you just out of habit. They wake you as if to say, "I've checked everything. Now it's your turn." And let's be honest, that's a beautiful kind of loyalty. If there's one thing a Shih Tzu never loses, it's their good mood first thing in the morning. Many owners report that as soon as the sun rises, their little dog is already jumping, running around the house, and even bringing toys as if it were the official time to have fun. One owner commented on Instagram, "He shows up with a chew toy in his mouth before I even open my eyes. It's like he's saying, let's start the day the right way." This behavior has a very simple explanation. During the night, the Shih Tzu builds up energy. And unlike more reserved breeds, the Shih Tzu has a naturally joyful and active spirit, especially in the morning. This is even more common in younger dogs, but even older ones often retain this playful impulse when they wake up. And here's a powerful trigger: anticipation. If he already knows he'll get attention, playtime, or a walk as soon as he wakes you up, boom, it becomes a constant motivation. Many owners, even without realizing it, reinforce this behavior. Just playing or laughing early in the morning is enough for the dog's brain to associate, "Waking up my human equals happy moment." To handle this in a balanced way, a practical tip is to establish a controlled playtime. As soon as you wake up, dedicate 10 minutes exclusively to him. Use a favorite toy, or do a quick lap in the yard or around the living room. This helps channel that built-up energy and reduces the urge for early interruptions. Instead of trying to suppress this behavior, turn it into a functional routine. Your Shih Tzu isn't trying to annoy you, he just wants to include you in his morning joy. And when you understand that, everything changes. Because starting the day with a burst of affection and play can be way better than any alarm clock. Many people don't realize it, but Shih Tzus are masters at building routines based on their owner's behavior. And that's where a crucial detail comes in. If you've ever gotten up to give affection or food when he woke you up, you can be sure, you've just taught him that's the right path. A recurring story in Facebook owner groups goes like this: "At first I thought it was cute that he woke me with a little lick. Now there's no turning back, it became the rule." The Shih Tzu's brain is highly sensitive to repetition and positive reinforcement. Every move you make is a signal to him. If you respond to the wake-up call, he understands that waking you works. And since this breed loves to please, they repeat whatever gets them emotional reward. Here's where a powerful mental trigger kicks in: habit. Anything that's repeated with a reward becomes a fixed behavior. That's why many owners find themselves stuck in a cycle where the dog wakes up, the human responds, and the ritual repeats the next day. The good news? You can change this with consistency. A practical solution is to simply ignore the first attempts, even if it's hard. Only get up when he's quiet or waiting patiently, reinforcing the desired behavior. It also helps to subtly change your own morning routine to break the script he's memorized. Your Shih Tzu isn't trying to challenge you, he's just responding to what he's learned from you. When you lovingly but firmly take control of the routine, he adapts more easily than you'd expect. And best of all, you start your day on your own terms, without guilt or frustration. Because teaching also means showing that affection has its time and that love doesn't need to be urgent to be real. If there's one thing Shih Tzu owners often say, it's, "He knows exactly when I'm about to leave the house." And this heightened awareness starts first thing in the morning. Many accounts reveal that a Shih Tzu will wake up their human not just for food or affection, but because they anticipate being left alone. A post in a forum read, "The moment I put my foot on the floor, he starts following me like he's trying to stop me from leaving." This happens because Shih Tzus are extremely sensitive to your cues. The moment you get up, the sound of the closet opening, the smell of perfume. All of it signals to them that you're about to leave. And since they don't understand the concept of, "I'll be back after work," they go into urgent connection mode. Waking you before your alarm is an unconscious attempt to extend their time with you. The mental trigger here is fear of loss. It manifests emotionally and often persistently. So, even if you're tired, your Shih Tzu will try to create extra moments before the goodbye. The practical tip? Establish a morning quality time before leaving. Even 5 minutes of cuddles, a gentle ear massage, or a quick walk outside can do the trick. This creates a sense of closure for the dog, lowers anxiety, and turns that anxious wake-up call into a predictable and positive moment. When you structure your emotional routine with him, the urgency fades. What used to feel like a morning invasion turns out to be a sweet request for your time. Your Shih Tzu just wants to make sure he got the best of you before you walk out the door. And that's more loyal than needy. Some days, it seems like your Shih Tzu wakes up even before the sun rises. And when you finally open your eyes, he's already there, bright-eyed and completely tuned into your every move. Many owners describe this moment as a kind of watchful vigil. It's like he spent the whole night watching over me. The moment I move my leg, he jumps on top of me. This hypervigilance isn't an exaggeration. In fact, it's a state of alertness that your Shih Tzu develops when he senses that you're stressed, tired, or going through some change. They have an incredible sensitivity to their owner's emotional state. And yes, that includes your mood upon waking. When you're more agitated or anxious, your Shih Tzu will try to get closer earlier, almost as a form of care and protection. There are even stories of dogs waking their owners earlier on days when they have important commitments, as if they can feel the tension in the air. This instinct for connection is one of the breed's trademarks. The trigger here is silent yet intense emotional empathy. If you notice this pattern in your dog, a practical tip is to adjust your own morning behavior. Avoid getting up abruptly or immediately checking your phone with a stressed expression. Instead, take a deep breath, greet your Shih Tzu calmly, and create a gentler start to the day. This shift in your own behavior reduces his alert state and helps break the cycle of early wake-ups. Remember, he doesn't want to control your schedule. He just wants to make sure you're okay. And when you project a sense of calm, he'll feel safe enough to relax too. Then, at last, you both start the day as a perfectly in-sync pair. Now that you understand why your Shih Tzu loves waking you up in the morning so much, it's hard not to look at them with new eyes, right? Deep down, everything, from asking for food to seeking affection, needing security, or fearing separation, reveals something much bigger. They simply love you unconditionally. Every bark, every lick on your face, or paw on your shoulder at 6 a.m. isn't just a random habit. It's a way they've found to connect with you, to remind you that you are the center of their world. And even if it feels exhausting some days, it's actually a rare privilege. Many owners who shared their experiences on social media admitted that, even when they try to change the habit, they secretly miss it when their dog doesn't wake them up. Because it's already become part of the bond. If you've made it this far, you definitely love your Shih Tzu deeply. And now you have some practical tools to make your mornings lighter and healthier for both of you. So how about sharing your own story in the comments? Your experience could help other dog owners better understand their furry friends' behavior. And of course, if this video helped you, give it a like and subscribe to the channel. That motivates us to keep bringing you more real, helpful, and heartwarming content for you and your dog. Oh, and remember the surprise I promised at the beginning? In the next videos, we're going to show you how to teach simple morning commands that help your Shih Tzu wait for the right moment to interact with you, all in a gentle and fun way. So turn on the notification bell so you don't miss it. Because here, we understand that every morning bark is just another form of love.